Ramadan across America is a time where mosques become even busier than normal as Muslims strive harder to build a connection with Allah Almighty. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Community USA also opens its doors at this special time of the year so that friends, neighbors, and community leaders can learn firsthand about the true teachings of Islam.
Those holy people who leave their homes, leave their towns, and go into forests like Buddha, go into deserts like Jesus, climb mountains like Moses, or like Prophet Muhammad, go into a cave on the outskirts of a city in a lonely, desolate place away from all people in society and sit quiet and listen and wait that God may inspire them with that word. That is what Ramadan's about.
We held over 30 open iftar events across the country, from Seattle to Miami, from Los Angeles to Boston, and many cities in between. This drew an attendance of over 2,000 guests in the aggregate across these 30 locations.
The theme of the program this year was inspired by a recent address of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, at the National Peace Symposium in London.
Our motivation is for true and lasting peace to emerge so that mankind can save itself from self-destruction.
This year's theme was a universal message of peace and security. It was a theme that was drawn from the keynote address of His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, who recently spoke about the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine and the need to end hostilities immediately and restore absolute justice for all parties involved.
If all of us focus on this beautiful message of our Caliph, we can establish global peace. If I can fulfill my responsibility as a son, as a brother, as a husband, as a father, and as a citizen of this great nation, then no one would have to demand their rights.
By the grace of Allah, guests accepted invitations to attend events across the country, many of them visiting a mosque for the first time.
This was my first experience with Ramadan and being in a mosque. Everybody was really welcoming, and the talk tonight from the Imam was incredible. It was life-changing, potentially world-changing.
It is so important to educate our great Americans who have created this country for religious freedom, to make them aware of what the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is about.
I think it was a very good program and something very much in need now. Thus, peace keeps us all alive. It keeps us moving forward. And so we cannot never place too much emphasis on doing what's necessary to keep the peace in the world.
We're definitely in some peculiar, difficult times. So sometimes there's a natural tendency to be secluded, thinking that's might bring peace. But having these events like the Interfaith program is what strengthens community and is what brings the true peace to communities.
It was great to get together with so many members from the local community to understand the history of this mosque and how this part of Islam came to America over 100 years ago.
But I think the bottom line is finding out that we are more alike than we are different, no matter what faith we are.
When people are able to learn about each other's traditions and to eat a meal together, to break bread and share all of those experiences, it's really hard to hate somebody that you've kind of opened up your heart a little bit to and with whom you've shared a meal.
It's a powerful message, right? Love for all and hatred for none. And it's a call to service for all of humanity. It's similar to what we have in the police department, where we're here to serve all, not just a select or exclusive group. And so that message really resonates with me as a law enforcement officer, and it's awesome to hear that in a faith community.
Jamaat members, both young and old, in each chapter worked hard behind the scenes to welcome their guests and make sure the events ran smoothly, arranging parking, security, mosque tours, and food arrangements.
We had the Public Affairs Department working together with the Tabligh Department and also with the Sadr's local president. Ziafat had to get involved to make sure that there's food prepared. So it's a collaborative effort between all the different departments within the Jamaat.
So overall, we were very thankful for all of our guests who came, who listened attentively throughout the programs, who were very excited to share a meal during the iftar and otherwise enjoy the blessed month of Ramadan.
Inshallah, this annual series of National Iftar events will continue to spread the true message of Islam and help establish peace and justice in our society. This is Farah Mirza reporting for MTA International USA Studios.